You have to know, brother, you've known me for a long time, man. I am a historian of college football. I love it to death. And the Heisman Trophy goes all the way back to 1960s, 1950s, and the tradition and the names of the school that's won it, the name of this superb athlete that won it always resonates. So to be in that midst, to have your name go down, and you have an invitation up to New York during the Heisman Trophy ceremony, so real, man, so unreal, so surreal. And I can remember, I rememberize it vividly about what I went through and the emotions, having your family there and meeting all the Heisman Trophy finalists, meeting all the past winners. I wouldn't say it was a dream come true, but it was definitely an experience that I'll never forget, my brother. But I just remember when you look at the likes of Mike Rozier, Doug Flutie, Roger Staubach, Tony Dorsett, Marcus Allen, all those guys that Tim Brown, all those guys that you grew up watching and admiring. Charlie Ward for me, it was just to be in that building, to go down in New York on that Friday afternoon after the banquet, after you had dinner, and go to Rockefeller, see the lights up in New York, fellowship at the old days and how times have changed, how offenses have has changed in college football back then, how defenses have changed, and to hear the oldies that had their rivalries from Oklahoma to Nebraska to Penn State, to all those guys that have rivalry and hear those guys talk about it, it was just so real, and I was soaking it all up and asking a lot of questions. You don't want to leave that weekend and meeting and greasing and getting so many autographs from the greats and have any questions that you left with that you didn't want to, that you had to ask the all-time greats and you didn't. So I wasn't one of those guys. I was one of those guys that asked a lot of questions about your tradition and what winning the Heisman did as far as changing your life.
Let me ask you this: what were some of the discussions? For two questions. Who were some of the people that you spoke to that stood out for you that you can vividly remember, and what was the details of that conversation and what made it stand out?
Well, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, Vaughn, and the conversation and the questioning and who I targeted when I realized that he was going to be there is Roger Staubach. And if you don't know about Roger Staubach, he's a two-time Super Bowl winner with the Dallas Cowboys. Played under Tom Landry, the late great Tom Landry, legendary coach. And he missed time in the NFL because he went and served. He went in the military. And I wanted to ask him, how did that throw your game off? What went into serving your country before playing the game that you love? And it hit me so hard that he said that protection of his country, doing of service to his country, and living up to that was bigger than football at the time, and he loved football. This is a guy, Roger Staubach, that won the Heisman Trophy and put his pro career on the back burner to serve, to fight in a war, or serve and fight and help a war. And that was just mesmerizing me to me that a guy would give up 2 to 3 years of his pro career, losing a lot of money to fight for his career. And he said that it took a little bit of time for him to come back and get acclimated to playing football, the speed of the game. But as he looked back at it, nothing was more important to him. Winning a Super Bowl, being a starting quarterback for America's team, which is the Dallas Cowboys, none of that could live up to the decision he made to go serve his country. That's what really stood out that weekend for me, that conversation with Roger Staubach. It touches me to this day.